comes to me. Well, again, very much like Christianity, except we don't have the multiple rebirths in Christianity. You have the single resurrection. But other than that, the idea that he who knows my birth as a God and my sacrifice by having come on this earth, he then will know everlasting life, if I want to be Paul puts this in other terms. Here, goes no more from death to death, doesn't keep on dying, finally comes directly to me in a state, if you like, of nirvana. How many have come to me trusting in me, filled with my spirit, in peace from passion, fear, anger, made pure from the fires of wisdom? In any way, that men love me in the same way they find my love, for many are the paths of men, but they all end come to me. Again, devotion may be a better word than love there. More about this karma yoga, 14. In the bonds of works I am free, because then I am free of desires. The man who can see his truth in his work, he finds freedom. So if you just concentrate on in your work, that's what it seems to be saying, you'll be free of all these things that the ancient Greeks thought were diverting you, and the Christians succeeding with the ancient Greeks. The desires. How many deadly sins are there? 7, 10, 12, 50, 100. 7 anyway. All these things that are supposed to be distracting you from the good path. This was known in ancient times, and people found liberation in it. Do your work in life in the spirit that their work was done. That is more about this karma yoga. What is work? What is beyond work? Even some seers see this not correctly. I will teach you the truth of pure work, and this truth shall set you free. Again, that's right out of the New Testament. I don't believe he said just those words. The truth will set you free. It's in the Gospel of John. So I just have a grave. You say, why are you giving us this one? Well, it's a book, and it's, it's available. But I have grave doubts about this translator. Know therefore what is work, and also know what is wrong work, and know also the work that is silence, the mysterious path of work. The man who in his work finds silence, who sees that silence is work, this man in truth sees light, and all his work finds peace. In whatever work he does, such a man in truth has peace. He has no vain hopes, and so on and so forth. Who in all his work sees God, 24, he in truth goes into God, or Brahman, we should say. Who in all his work sees Brahman, he goes into Brahman. Brahman is his worship, Brahman is his offering by Brahman in the fire of Brahman. There are yogis who sacrifice as an offering to the gods, but others offer as a sacrifice their own soul in the fire of Brahman. Now, frankly, you say, what does all this mean? You got me, except that you have to be a yogi to have someone explain it to you, and even then you might not understand it, but it's good people don't understand things, because then they're sort of mystified by them, and they keep on striving to understand them, and it's always best to teach people things they can't understand, because then, you don't have to, then they can't have contempt for you. Because, the moment that they do understand what you're saying, often, like familiarity breeds contempt, then they look down on it. As long as it's a riddle, then they still are struggling like a crossword puzzle to find the answer to the riddle. So often these religions depend on the fact that you can't understand them, and that you need a teacher, a guide to guide you through, the same way that Carlos needed his guide to guide him through the riddle of whatever that creature was he was supposed to be encountering. In this particular case, the thoughts are high-minded, so I personally don't have anything against them. I think they're useful, and they won't hurt you. They won't hurt you. They probably may even help you get through whatever you need to get through. So I don't think there's anything horrifying in it. These people are not going to lop someone's head off with a sword and decapitate someone just because they have a different view. I think these people are much more rational and harmless than some of these other groups who have religious inspiration. And they may help you get through the day, which is why people do yoga. So, this Brahman basically